We're here in the NHRA at the Gatornationals. Let's go racing! Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
It's time for another On the Spot. On the Spot.
What is it about NHRA you love so much? What made you initially want to become a drag racer? Why this from racing?
So I grew up and my family raced drag racing. My dad raced at the local tracks, sportsman stuff, and so automatically you kind of want to do what your dad does when you're a kid or go and follow in those footsteps. And so just being around it, being submersed in this culture my whole life, it's what I tended to gravitate towards. And now I can't think of any other form of motorsport that I would want to be in. I feel that the family bond, the relationship that we have with all of the drivers, all of the teams out here is just such a great thing, and I really enjoy it. So I think that this is the best place for me.
Nice. Some NHRA drivers have raced in other forms of motorsports. If you could go race in any part of another series for a few weekends, where would you want to go, and what races would you want to be a part of?
I got two answers to that question. I would love to go drive a sprint car, like a World of Outlaws sprint car, just because they look so cool. And then also an Indy car. I mean, those guys they get to do the exact opposite of what we do, and that's turn a lot, speed up, slow down, and I just have a lot of respect for those drivers, both World Outlaw cars and Indy car and every other form of motorsport, because everybody does something different. But those would be the two that I choose.
IndyCar is so fun. I love watching it.
Yes, it is.
Great. I personally enjoy watching all-star racing and feel like there could be more NHRA drivers doing it. How would you feel about one day racing the new IROC-like Everhand Stewart SRX Series?
Oh, I think it would be awesome. And that's, you know, unfortunately, a lot of the times drag racers get overlooked for those all-star races. And so I think that the stigma is they look at us as straight line special guys, and we don't know how to turn, we don't know how to do that. But it's a completely different world driving one of these. And I think that you can probably talk to Tony Stewart, because he's made some laps in an alcohol car, I think, here recently, and it definitely changed his opinion of it. And so I would love to do that. I think it would be great for the sport, and it'd be a lot of fun.
If you were in charge of NHRA for a day, what changes would you make?
Oh, I don't think that you really want me to answer that question.
Oh, come on.
Or anyone else wants me to answer that question. If I was in charge of NHRA for a day, those guys do the best that they possibly can. And there's probably more problems that they're dealing with than what we actually know. So if it was just one thing that I could go in and change, it would be the countdown. I would throw it out the window, and whoever gets the most points wins the championship.
How important is winning the Gatornationals, and what is about this place that makes winning just so special?
Winning the Gatornationals, I've only done it once, and it was last year in a Big Daddy tribute car, so that was icing on the cake for a win that we've been trying to get for so many years. But this race just carries so much prestige and history behind it. I mean, all the greats have raced here. Bernstein set the 300 mile an hour, or broke the 300 mile an hour barrier here in '92. I was 9 years old, but you know those things, and so it's one of the staple racetracks on the circuit, and we like coming here. And when you can win at those, it's just a feather in your cap.
At this point in your career, what's the one weekend you want to win the most? What piece of hardware do you still hope to add to your trophy case for the first time, or even again?
There's two. It would be Houston, Texas, and Brainerd, Minnesota. Those are the only two tracks on the circuit that we haven't won a race in Top Fuel. And so I would like to check both of those off. Above those, you want to win Indy. And I won Indy in alcohol, and I won Indy a few years ago in the fuel car, but that's the granddaddy of them all. So that's the one that every driver out here wants to win. Doesn't carry any more weight as far as really anything. but it's just Indy, and then everybody wants to win Indy, whether it's Indy cars or whatever. That's the place to win, and so we would like to check those other 2 racetracks off, but we'll be happy if we can just keep winning Indy.
What's a lesson you learned later in life that you wish you'd have known sooner?
I learn lessons in life that I wish I knew sooner every day, but I've made quite a few mistakes out here. I've made quite a few friends and foes, and you learn from those mistakes and you move on, and just, you know, controlling your competitive nature and drive, and sometimes not letting your emotions get the better of you is something that I work on every day, because I'm super competitive. I go to win at everything I try to do, and sometimes you lose track of everything around you just trying to win. And so just controlling your emotions, especially in high pressure situations.
As a 3-time champion, where do you go from here?
You got to try to go for another one.
4 in a row.
Well, that's it for Gatornationals. I hope you guys had a fun time watching, because I know I had a fun time here. We got to interview some pretty amazing drivers who are all nice, super amazing. So that's it for the video. So make sure you smash the subscribe button, like, and share, and we'll see you guys in the next one.